You guys ready? Because I am. What brought me to this is the psychopath fan who murdered a YouTuber and recorded it. It's crazy how killers are so nonchalant about anything. It's like they want to get caught. You feel me? Like, come on now.
If you're going exploring at an abandoned pub, yeah, keep your mate with you. Make sure he's someone you can trust. You know, guys, we were just about to get to the place we're going, and shoes and shit there. I wonder if there's a dead body nearby. It's been getting worse and worse lately.
This is 18-year-old Mark Williams. All he wanted was to be a YouTube star and hang out with his friends. If he could combine the two, even better. Heartbreakingly, Mark saw Lewis Ashdown as one of his best friends. In reality, he was a psychopathic murderer. What he did to Mark in May 2021 is simply gut-wrenching. How did Lewis turn from a fan to a killer? And did Mark stand any chance at avoiding his tragic fate? This is the full story of Mark Williams and Lewis Ashdown. Trigger warning though, very graphic details of Mark's head. Today's case takes us to Uckfield in southern UK. It's a 15,000 people town, just a short train ride away from London. It might be a bit uneventful for its local teens, but it's heavenly for the lovers of peace and quiet, and those who want to be close to London, but not that close to its noise and chaos. This is where Mark Williams was born and raised. It was close to midnight on May 29, 2021, when Mark Williams called his aunt. He wanted her to know he was walking home from the pub.
Where are you, Mark? Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm with Lewis at the moment. I'm making my way back now, though. I won't be too long. Don't worry, I'll make sure he gets home okay. Okay then, guys. I'll see you later.
Mark was quite drunk, but he sounded calm and assuring. He would be home in no time, his aunt thought. At the time of the phone call, Mark was around Perryman's Lane with his friend, 19-year-old Lewis Ashdown. The two had arranged to meet at a different pub earlier that day, but...
Warning, scammers are trying to steal your contract. The gains Miami-Dade public school educators have earned.
When Lewis found out Mark was coming with his younger brother, he said he felt uncomfortable. However, he agreed to meet Mark later on, after his brother had left. So, Mark had a few drinks with his brother and then said goodbye to him and met Lewis at the Fair Wharf field.
I am with Lewis, having a little drink before we go and hit Buxted Park Hotel. We're going to do a couple more bangers, can't tell you what they are in case anyone's watching that shouldn't be watching. Yeah, so we'll smash this one and after we smash these.
The two drank through the night, laughed, and filmed some videos, but around 11:30 p.m., Mark realized his aunt was waiting for him to come back home. So after talking to her, he started making his way home at a steady pace. But even though he was supposed to arrive within minutes, he never made it back. The investigation that followed would reveal a heartbreaking story that would shock everyone who knew Mark. Mark was born in 2002 or 2003, and he'd always been a shy, kind soul. He grew up with his aunt, Emma, and his grandma. His mother, Lena, also tried to stay close to him throughout his childhood. It's unclear why he didn't live with her, but the two had a good relationship. According to Lena, Mark always struggled to make friends. Sadly, he was too trusting and innocent and would usually attract the wrong people. Mark had another dream, to become a YouTube star.
Hi guys. You right guys? We're up on the roof.
Mark grew up in the 2010s watching YouTubers like Ryan Taylor, Ali Law, and OK Go. Pranks, BMX stunts, parkour, sneaking into forbidden areas became his favorite topics. Soon enough, he wanted to do the same and use his passion to gain followers and maybe make friends along the way too. In January 2018, Mark started his very first YouTube channel called Rooftop Legends. Most of his older videos have since been deleted. The oldest one that survives dates May 14, 2019. In the video, Mark and his younger brother escape security guards in Churchill Square.
Okay. Can't legally touch me.
Where are you going?
To find my brother.
Okay. Police are on the way already now.
Yeah, they'll catch me then, won't they?
By 2019, Mark's YouTube channel was called RoofTube. Then his younger brother stopped appearing in his videos, and Mark changed the name yet again to Displace. During autumn 2019, Mark posted 8 videos of himself escaping security or getting caught by police climbing dangerous construction sites and various rooftops around East Sussex. He released one more video in February 2020. Then it seemed to go quiet forever. This was the same year of the COVID-19 pandemic hitting hard, and the UK entered total lockdown in March 2020. So this would explain why Mark went quiet. Everyone did. Few people left their homes in those months unless work forced them to. But Mark had another reason for not posting videos anymore. He wouldn't reveal it just yet though. In November 2020, he posted a fresh video telling his fans he was actually going to restart his channel.
Alright guys, don't know if you can see me or not. I promise you, Displace is coming back. I'm getting a new action cam. I'm getting a new action cam. And I'm going to hit some serious videos. Not like the ones I used to before, I mean proper ones. I'm just getting myself back in. Anyway guys, my phone battery's shit, I'm getting a new one soon, so I'm going to have to cut this video off quick. My channel is coming back, I promise you. Sorry about the long time. I applied to be a PCSO for some reason and I got rejected, so now, you know, I'm coming back full on.
By the time Mark posted this video, he was already a small celebrity. Although he'd taken a long break, people had been reposting his videos more and more. Dangerous videos like Mark's are always controversial. On the one hand, there's the group that idolizes risk takers and adrenaline lovers, just like Mark did before he made his own channel. And on the other hand, there's the people that criticize teens for being reckless and putting their lives in danger just for a few likes. Some even shared Mark's videos to authorities, notifying them of a teenager who perhaps needed to be watched over. Whatever the case, Mark had become a trending topic by the end of 2020. So many people were excited about his new videos. One of these people was Lewis Ashdown.
Hi guys, I'm back here with Lewis. And we're going to do the water treatment facility in Uckfield on the industrial estate.
Lewis contacted Mark through a comment on one of his YouTube videos. He let him know he is a fan and asked him if he could hang out on Mark's next video. Reportedly, the video Lewis commented on has now been deleted. So you could say Lewis was one of the reasons Mark started filming again. He had the possibility of making a friend and continuing his YouTube career. It was a dream come true.
We've just had to take a detour around the station car park because of this testing going on, and we couldn't walk through it. So yeah, let's hope it was worth it.
So Mark recorded a bunch of new videos with his new sidekick, Lewis. Now,
I have a feeling like this new guy is like trying to kill him or trying to just keep himself top, or he was probably jealous that there's like this new guy that's gonna get popular soon and wanted to get rid of him. That's my conclusion, but we will see.
he had a GoPro camera on his head, and his fans thought that this was a new beginning for Mark's channel. But within a month, Mark stopped posting again. Only in March 2021, he spoke to his fans about the break. This time, he let them know he might be closing his channel for good. Mark was conflicted. He was now looking for a job and trying to earn a security badge. If he got this, it meant he couldn't climb forbidden areas anymore, and he would literally go to the opposite side of this matter. But he also wanted to carry on with his YouTube channel, and his now close friend Lewis was pushing him to keep climbing.
Into that, I've been doing some talking with Lewis. He's seeming like he wants to get back into climbing and stuff. I haven't actually done it since Christmas.
Odds are you'll never be as rich as a celebrity, but that doesn't mean you can't get paid like one. In fact,
Clearly, Mark saw Lewis as a close friend and valued his advice. Lewis either appeared in all his videos or was getting mentioned as Mark spoke about his life. But Mark had another problem now.
And I've got a bad back. It's been getting worse and worse lately. Don't know why. I need to go to the hospital and have myself checked out.
This was a pretty serious problem, especially for an 18-year-old. Perhaps his body was sending him signals that he had to stop. But this was a sad moment for Mark, whose channel was finally picking up.
I am not sure where my channel is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing these videos. I don't know if I'm going to be doing different videos, or whether I'm going to stop completely. At this point in time, I don't know. I've been trained to get my SIA licence over the past couple of weeks, and I can't really risk that. But I'm not sure at the moment. I need to talk with Lewis some more, work something out.
You guys, knowing what came after this makes me sick. When I know how much Mark valued Lewis as a friend, and even as an advisor. Mark ended his YouTube live video with a rational decision.
I love doing this. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to grow the because, you know, I can keep doing this. I mean, Ali Law still does it. He's in his 20s. He's doing good for himself. You know, good for him. But I'm hardly an athlete. I'm hardly a pro at this kind of thing. I have to face reality, especially with my back getting worse. I can barely run anymore.
Mark's conclusion summed up.
I love doing this. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to grow the...
Sadly, Mark never got to grow up. His life would end 2 months after filming this video, in a way almost too gruesome to describe here. Although Mark had publicly announced his desire to quit YouTube and start a career, some people urged him not to give up on his childhood dream. On that very live video, one of the people encouraging him in this direction was Lewis. He said it would be a pity to forget about something he loved so much, and egged him on to come back with him as his sidekick. In April 2021, Mark posted a comeback video on YouTube. In May, Lewis commented, "We'll do Bucks Hotel first video back." 10 days later, the two were at the said hotel.
I am with Lewis, having a little drink before we go and hit Buxted Park Hotel.
You guessed, this was happening on the evening of May 29th, 2021.
Yes, we want this to be a mad video. We're going to do a couple more bangers. Can't tell you what they are in case anyone's watching that shouldn't be watching. Who's watching? Well, no, I mean watching the video, because yeah, I know that the police do watch my channel sometimes. I can't really say where we're going, because then it's a video up when we're going to do it.
Earlier that evening, Lewis wanted to meet Mark for drinks at a local pub, and Mark said okay, but he would bring along his little brother. That's when Lewis responded he didn't feel comfortable about it, so he would meet Mark later. Around 10 p.m., Lewis texted Mark again, telling him to meet at the Fair Wharf Field, a local recreation ground. So Mark waved his little bro goodbye and went to meet Lewis. Lewis, however, was equipped with whiskey, coke, and beer. He wanted to get wasted before they went to the hotel to film.
Yeah, so we'll smash this one, and well, after we smash these.
I'm at part 2. That will be one. There you go. I'm at part 2, so I'm just doing it.
Yes, alright.
Mark thought Lewis was uncomfortable about drinking with his little brother because he was underage. And when Lewis asked who was watching, Mark clarified, people might be watching their video afterward. These were honest reactions that Mark thought nothing of. Like Lena said, he was always honest, trusting, and innocent. But Lewis wasn't. Throughout the evening, Lewis kept handing Mark cups of whiskey and coke with huge amounts of whiskey in them. When Mark started refusing, Lewis insisted, saying there was no alcohol in them. Maybe he even bullied him a bit, saying he was too sensitive. A classic way to force a teen boy to overdrink, right? By 11:30 p.m., Mark was completely wasted. He was in no fit condition to go explore the Buxted Hotel or anything else. That's when he rang his aunt and let her know he'd be coming home soon. When he rang his aunt, he was 3 miles away from the park on Perryman's Lane, a road that passes through a wooded area. But the night turned to morning and Mark's aunt was deadly worried. In the morning, she phoned the police. On May 30th, the same news made headlines all over Sussex and London. Urgent plea to find Uckfield teenagers missing from home since night out together. The news reports gave the teenagers names and ages and a quick note about where they'd met the night before. According to the report, both teens had gone missing that night. Mark had been last heard on the phone with his aunt at 11:30 p.m. Lewis had last been seen at 11 a.m. the next day around Chapel Green in Crowborough, 10 miles from Uckfield. However, he hadn't returned home. As per usual in small communities, dozens of people rallied up in an attempt to find the teens alongside the police. By the end of the day, the police had CCTV footage of Lewis in Crowborough. And on May 31st, Lewis returned home as if nothing happened. According to Lewis's mom, it was all fine and dandy. Lewis seemed fine, and they didn't have a chat about where he'd been all weekend.
Oh my god, they're so good. Oh my.
That day, the police turned up at Lewis's place. They wanted to speak to him about Mark's potential whereabouts. But as he wasn't home, they proceeded to have a look inside his bedroom. There, they found something very disturbing. Immediately, the detectives sent the clothes to a lab for a DNA analysis. Indeed, Mark's blood was on Lewis's clothes. On the evening of June 1st, 2021, Lewis was tracked down to Eastbourne. He was hiding at a friend's home. He was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, and he was taken to the police station while his friend, referred to by the police as Mr. Hansen, was interviewed at his home. What he said was completely chilling. Reportedly, Lewis had wanted to kill Mark for quite some time. On the one hand, because Mark annoyed him. On the other hand, simply because he wanted to see what it was like to kill someone. I took a knife out with me. I wasn't sure whether to do it, but it felt right in the moment, and I just wanted to do it. Lewis got Hansen drunk too. Then he pulled out his phone and showed him 40 minutes of video recordings of him killing Mark. Lewis laughed while Hansen watched in horror and shock. In the video, Lewis stabs Mark 107 times. He stabs his eyes, face, neck, torso, private area, and right leg. Then he gouges his eyes out. Then Lewis undresses Mark from the waist down and dumps him in a river. Hansen remembers he ripped Mark's eyes out. Proper psychotic stuff. I was going into shock. I was shocked how he came out with it. I wanted to run and tell someone. In the video, Mark is screaming and begging for his life. At one point he says, "Help, help, can you get me an ambulance? I think I'm dying." But Lewis just laughs and continues to stab him. Hansen said Lewis was proud to have done this. He said he felt good about what he had done, and Mark had deserved to die. He thought about killing Mark before and wanted to do it. It was horrific. He said he was glad he'd done this. Lewis started attacking Mark as soon as he ended his phone call with his aunt. That moment, he crouched down to puke, and Lewis seized the opportunity. Emma Williams said she will be forever haunted by Lewis telling her he'll make sure Mark gets home okay, just seconds before killing him.
Where are you, Mark? Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm with Lewis at the moment. I'm making my way back now, though. I won't be too long. Don't worry, I'll make sure he gets home okay. Okay then, guys. I'll see you later.
But the whole story is haunting. Lewis abused Mark's kindness from the start. He posed as a fan, enticed him to do more videos when he wanted to stop, and invaded his life with a controlling behavior and way too much alcohol. He brought him to a vulnerable state and killed him for the thrill of it. There are few predators as disgusting as Lewis Ashdown. Mark's father Ian said, "What evil creature could do this to another person? To stab him so many times and then going home and off to work like nothing happened? All these actions make me feel physically sick." His mom said pieces of her soul were stripped away as she heard the horrible news. Mark's life, future, and dignity were taken away. I cannot believe the levels of heartbreak, horror, and pain caused by this evil crime. Lewis never made it to trial. He sat in court poker-faced as the judge sentenced him to life in prison. He will be eligible for parole in 27 years, but it's unlikely he'll ever walk free with this attitude. After killing Mark and recording the murder, Lewis went to watch a horror movie about a teen stabbing someone to death. Then, he made casual conversation with his mom and went to work as usual. Then, of course, he bragged about killing Mark and showed the clip to his friend. This goes to show just how far removed he is from humanity and anything that's good and normal. As he spends the rest of his life behind bars, poor Mark's family will have to live with the aftermath of this.
You see, I knew it. It was premeditated. He faked being a fan because he probably disliked, I don't remember his name. It's like, I've just been sitting here, like, listening. It's like I'm not grasping so much information. But basically, killed him for the fuck of it. Okay. Curiosity killed the cat. I'm telling you, like, Nah, man. It's just crazy the length you can go to hurting somebody. You're a fake fan, so you force him to drink, do all of this stuff because you see how weak he is, and you kill him, but when you're drunk, right? Because they both drank, but he had more heavy stuff because he kept forcing it on him, I guess. No, that's crazy. The old saying, don't trust people, man. Let me tell you, there's some evil people here. I'm going to bed.